we are back with the Founders Deep Dive, which I gladly named, where we're going to deep dive in the lives of founders who have played a major role in GBV. And today I'm with a lovely lady. But first, I would like to give a big thank you to Sauti Kenya Leadership Advocacy Program, who have given us this platform, which is an amazing partnership between Ushindi Empowerment Group and Canada Fund for Local Initiatives. That's the reason we're here. And I'm very happy to interview today's guest. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
My name is Ivy Muriithi, founder, TrueCare NewDay Centre.
Yes, I find the name very interesting. Plus, you gave us a bit of a story yesterday about the background of the name. Can you share that with us?
The name TrueCare NewDay Centre, we said it's a true care because we want to truly care for the survivors. Mm-hmm. It's a new day because we want to make it a new day or a new start or a beginning for every case that we come across.
Okay. So who does TrueCare NewDay Centre cater for?
TrueCare NewDay Centre caters for teen mothers. These are girls between 22 years below who has gone through sexual gender-based violence, and they are trying to navigate through their life and in the community where maybe they don't have support, where everybody gives them stigma. So we want to return them back and give them empowerment through educations and skills.
Okay. So when did TrueCare start?
TrueCare started like 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yes.
You also gave a story of how it began. So please share that with us also.
Can I say my story?
Yes.
So that we can be able to know exactly
you can tie them together.
How TrueCare began.
Yes.
Yes. When I was born, my mom didn't go to school. Mm-hmm. So my father or the family of my father thought that their son cannot marry a girl who has no education. Mm-hmm. And by that time, I was already born. So my mom ended up being chased away from the family. My mom got married again. Mm-hmm. And then I found a dad who loved me. And I thought he really loved me. But the truth is, what he saw in me, maybe he saw the wife. That is the kind of person that he was seeing. So one day when my mom had gone to the maternity to give birth to our last born, there was an attempt of rape and I escaped. When my mom came, I told her the story. But I can say my mom is one of the strongest women that I know. But my mom, she supported me. And the marriage ended. And that's how we found ourselves in Nairobi. Without a job, without a house, without anything. My mom started doing all kind of works, including washing clothes, working in bars and restaurants. And I could sell groundnuts on the loans to support myself, my mom, and my young brothers. At some point, I ended up being an house girl. And I have worked as a house girl for 6 years. The family that I was working for, it is an Indian family. And I thank God for them because they saw a brilliant girl and they thought of empowering me. And they took me back to school. Mm-hmm. I got a good education thanks to them, and I love the family so much, the Chandas family. I was able to do up to the university level, and I did a degree in IT and technology. I started working somewhere, but after some time, I started a company. So I have a shop that I sell all the ICT things like computers, laptops, servers, consumables like tuners and cartridges. And the business, it's the one that is supporting the safe house as we speak. So the rebirth of TrueCare, it is me wanting to give back to the community or empowering these girls so that they don't go back or we break the circle of poverty, because when we trace maybe where the teen mothers, the reasons why there is so many cases about the teen mothers, the main cause is poverty. So how do we eradicate poverty? By giving them education, by empowering them, by giving them skills and giving them a safe space where they can be able to express themselves without judgment.
Okay.
Yes.
How old were you when you had to relocate because of the situation?
When my family broke, I was 11 years old. Yes.
Okay. And can you say that from then to now, you've been able to work through it?
From then to now, what I've been trying to fight is poverty.
Yes.
First, I promised my mother that all is not lost. One day, I'll be able to build a house for her and buy her a land. That one I've already done.
Wow.
So I can say I have managed, like, it is not big, but I have done something for my family to break the cycle of poverty, or to break the reason why men would take advantage of me and my family. So I thought of doing this to many other girls in my community.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many girls have you been able to assist in TrueCare so far?
The number is big, and the number keep increasing every day. We have success stories, and then you can see that since then I've been able to take like 22 girls back to high school. At the moment we have this year 3 girls have graduated, so we have 18 back to high school. We have 10 girls in TVETs and colleges who are doing skills. And we have many others from the community that we are empowering through giving them richer skills like soap making, beadworks, photography, videography, storytelling, and such.
That's lovely. What's the process like when a girl comes to TrueCare? So what is the process of them being there?
We work very closely with authority, that is Children's Department and the police station. So when we receive the survivors, most of the time we get calls from chiefs, from Children's Department, from the police station. So the first thing that we do is the registration, getting them out, OBs. Then we take them to the hospitals. Then from there, they go through sessions of counseling, and we are able to know exactly where to place them. But every case is different. Okay. Yeah.
What can you say are some of the challenges that you currently have at the center?
I would say, despite everything, we still have some challenges. The biggest challenge is funding of the project, because we cannot do this without proper funding. These girls need shelter, so we need to pay bills, we need to buy food, we need to take care of the little babies, we need to pay hospital bills, we need to pay the school fees and the college fee. Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned that one of the ways that you're able to put money into TrueCare is through the business.
Yeah.
Are there any other ways?
That is the major one, through the business. But so far we have been able to get ritual partnership there and here, like Food Bank in Kenya. It has been of support to us. They have been supporting us with the food weekly. We have Poor Internet, who have come a long way by providing free internet at the center, so the girls can be able to maybe do things online. We are also able to do some retro courses through online. They also support us with maybe funds once in a while. We have well-wishers who come to the center to support us. Those are the major people. We have also tropical hits who have been supporting us with crepes
for the girls.
For the girls.
And the children,
and the
of course.
children, yes.
Okay. You have been at it for a number of years. Even before the center, I know you still had a few girls you were helping out. And is there any story that has ever stood out for you?
Yes, I have several stories that have really stood out for me, because most of these girls, when they come to the center, it seems like their hopes have gone and everything is shattered. I can share a story of one of the girl who came to the center. She was 14 years old, and she had just completed class 8. When she came, she was 6 months pregnant. The perpetrator was the mother's boyfriend. These stories of stepfather also. What the girl wanted is to abort. We took her through the counseling session. We encouraged her. We showed the right. We told her that all is not lost. We can be able to pick up again and go back to school. After she delivered, we encouraged her to embrace the baby as we find a way on how she can be able to go to school. As we speak, the girl is back to school. She's in a good, school, a boarding school, of course, and the baby is at the center. And what I can say, it has been amazing, because the girl's grade, she's always top 5 in her class with B+, A-, and she's so focused and she wants to become a lawyer. Wow. I am so encouraged.
And she will be.
Yes.
And you're supporting her. Thank you so much. You have been in the space for a minute, and what can you say are some of the gaps that need to be filled when it comes to centers and people who are assisting in the GBV fight? So what are some of the spaces that you have seen that need to be filled?
I think there is still a lot of work that needs to be done. Number one, the shelters need a voice, somebody who can be able to speak for them. We need a strong working relationship between shelters and the government forces. We also need a direct link for shelters and the donors or the funders, so that I can be able to understand exactly what is it that the shelters need. We also need advocacy, because we don't have to wait for girls to drop so that you can pick them. So a lot need to be done. Like people need to be sensitized on the measures that they need to take. When you see danger, when you see signs, the prevention measures, so that we can all stay in a safe community.
Okay. And what are some of the prevention measures?
The prevention measures is maybe we need to go to school. We approach this when our girls are still young. We talk to them. We talk to them on how to take care of themselves, how to act when you see danger. We need to maybe tell them it is not okay to keep quiet. In case you see somebody being harassed, you can always report, so that they can always know that there is always someone who is willing to support them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there certain, is that something that is currently being done? Conversations with the girls, I'm guessing in schools or in the community. Is that something that is currently happening?
I think we are trying at our level, but I think a lot still need to be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where is TrueCare located?
We are located at Dagoretti, Kabiria, State Right. Yes.
And what's your relationship like with the community of Kabiria?
I think I can say the relationship with the community is awesome, because when we wrote, the first thing that we did was talking to the community leaders, inviting them, talking to the churches and telling them what we are doing, so that they can be part of us. And I have seen the community around supporting us, the women there. Once in a while, they come visiting us, bring us vegetables and one unga also. And they have been of quite help to the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very good partnership and you're working together.
Yes.
Do they bring some of the cases to you?
Yes, they report the cases to us.
Okay.
And what we do is every time that we get a case from the community, we channel it to the right procedure. Because at the end of the day, we need to work with the government. Yes, we can't leave it.
Okay. So in your time at TrueCare as the founder, is there any point you've had a very challenging moment, or at some point you felt like it has become a lot?
Yes, I can say many at the time that I find very difficult moment because what people don't know, behind the scene, there is a lot that need to be done. And being only me and my husband that carry this like a burden, sometimes it's too huge for us to carry. Sometimes we even have to maybe opt to go for loans to pay for the bills.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Or pay the school fees. Yeah.
And what is the plan for paying back the loans? The business?
The business.
Oh, okay. Now, you have a very beautiful daughter. Does she have an opinion on what you do? Has she met some of the girls in the center? What's the relationship like?
I can say we stay as a family.
Okay.
We stay as a family at the center, and all my children are all supportive of what we do. When we started, it was not easy for them. They felt as if their space is being occupied by strangers. But with time, they got used to what we are doing, and we made them know that this is what we are called as a family to do. So we work it together, me, my husband, together with our children.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did mention that you live in the center.
Yes.
What informed that decision?
The reason that we live in the center is number one, so that we can be able to take good care of these children, so that we can be able to bring the family figure even for the girls. I act as a mother for all the girls. My husband acts as a father, not only for our children, but also for the teen mothers and their children.
So it shows them what stability looks like for them on their side.
Yes, we want to show them what stability looks like, what the family look like. We also need also to teach them that despite them having passed through SGBV, they are still good men around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. I want to inquire, what is the plan for TrueCare? What are you seeing as maybe, let's say, 3 years at most? Where are you seeing TrueCare?
Number one, I can say that we have a short-term and long-term plan for TrueCare. The short-term that we have for TrueCare is stability, doing something for TrueCare that can make the burden of paying the bills or the day-to-day activities is. That is like we have a chicken project that we thought if it can grow, it can be able to help us pay the bill. Number two, we wanted to set up a bakery where we can be able to maybe bake breads, cakes, and maybe sell them. And the money that we get will be used to support the center. That is the short-term dream for TrueCare. We have a long-term dream for TrueCare. That is, we would want TrueCare to have a national look. At some time, we would want TrueCare. Maybe we buy a big land for TrueCare, 1 acre also. We would want to build a safe house or a shelter that can be able to accommodate 1,000 girls at a go. We also want to have an hospital, a clinic inside the TrueCare, so that every time that we get a case that needs an emergency, we can be able to sort it there and then. We also want to have a maternity there, because now that we are dealing with teen mothers, and most of them come when they are expecting, we will not have the hassle of taking them or looking for the medical bills. They will be able to go through prenatal, antenatal, and the deliveries just at the center. We also want to have a workshop where they can be able to do skills or skilling, things like bakery, dressmaking or tailoring, carpentry also. Yes.
Okay. And if someone would like to hold your hand in the process of achieving these goals, how could they? What position do you have for them to do that?
We are open. Our doors are open because this is a ministry, and the ministry is not me nor my husband. So our space is open for everyone will be able to come and partner with us. Yes, they can use my number. My number is 0720 525 984. You can also be able to get us through our email address, which is ivy@TrueCare NewDay.org. We are all in all the social media handles. TrueCare. You look for us, you'll be able to find us.
You're very easy to find.
Yes.
Okay. Now tell us a bit more about Ivy. You live in the center, so a lot of your life is around what you do. But how do you spend time away from that? How do you make sure that you're filling your cup and you're putting yourself in a position where you're able to care for these girls?
I can say, despite me, I say I am totally sold out. Totally sold out to serve the community, to serve humanity, and to do what God wants me to do. But we also have time for me, and time for my family, time for my children, time for my husband. And some of the time we are able to go outside the center. We have a meeting or maybe a dinner or a lunch with my family. I am also doing a course in counseling and psychology. So through that course, I'm able to live and make sure that I have proper mental health, so that I have self-care and I take good care of myself before I take care of the girls and the children.
That's really nice, because the space you're in can get very heavy very easily. And as you've said, you're totally sold out to the community. But for you to serve fully, you have to make sure your heart and your mind are okay. So you can't take care of other people and you're not taking care of yourself. Great.
Sure.
Okay. And you're here at the program, courtesy of Sauti. What has it been like so far?
Number one, I want to say a thank you to Sauti Kenya. Sauti Kenya is doing an amazing work. Most of the time that when people think about shelters, they don't think about the founders and the people who are working in the shelters. They think about giving back to the survivors. But it is amazing for Sauti to think about the directors, to think about the founders, to think about the people who are working at the shelters, and empower them. This is an amazing work they are doing. Yes.
What are you keen on experiencing in your time at Sauti Kenya for this program?
I am keen about the program, the empowering program that Sauti is giving us. The training is doing quite a lot, because as we go about the training, we are able to unpack what we are doing. Because most of the time that we look at it and we see, sini shelter too, but inside the shelter, it is so much that we are able to unpack and give the programs that we do. And we are able to repackage ourselves better for the donors, for the partners, for the people who are listening to our stories. Yes. Okay.
Is there anything that has stood out for you so far?
One thing that has really stood out for me so far is this training about finances.
Okay.
Yes, about the finances and about how the finance health, about how do you repackage the shelter? How do you have the plan for the shelter? How do you take care of the ritual finances that you are getting so that you don't end up being overwhelmed? Yes.
Okay. And I know there will be more on that.
Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing more. I am so also happy about the people that I'm interacting with them so far, especially the people who are doing what I'm doing. And every time that I listen to their story, I can be able to relate. And I found myself saying, oh, so see mimi peke yake.
Kumbe tuko wengi.
So kumbe tuko wengi. So we can do this together. So it's iron sharpens iron.
Yes. Now, before we started recording, we were joking about how this feels like a holiday for you, because you're saying how you wake up at 5 at the center and you have a whole day ahead of you. So what does a day in the shelter look like?
The day at the shelter is actually very busy. Very busy, because we wake up in the morning. When the schools are opened, the first thing that you do, because these girls, most of them in the morning, they go to school and then come back. So they prepare their babies and they just leave them. So first thing that you do is take care of these babies in the morning. Then I have to think now, what the program, how will they get fed? We have house mothers here, but the work at the background about the food, the diapers, where to go and get food. It's quite a lot.
Okay. Yeah. So your day starts at 5 and ends at around what time?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did mention that you have house mothers. So what does the staff look like at TrueCare?
We don't have enough staffing at the moment, but we have tried. We have at least 2 house mothers who are dedicated to taking care of the babies, cooking, doing the house chores.
So that's 2? And a few volunteers here and there.
We have a few volunteers who comes once in a while. Like we have a few counselors who come to take care of the mental health of the teen mothers, and so.
What's the process of? I want to use the word onboarding, because I know you have to be careful with who you're bringing into the space of, the survivors. So what does that look like for you to have someone volunteer or come in as staff?
When we are onboarding the staff, number one, we ask them for their CV. We ask them for their testimonials. We do an interview for them. And then we do a background check here and there. When we are comfortable, we onboard.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, we are at the 16 days of activism. And I wanted to know, what do you think I've been using the word general public, or someone who is not in the space, in your space, what do you think they need to know to assist in the fight against GBV?
For the people who are not in this space, I know there are quite a lot, and there are quite many people who are not in this space. I want everyone to know that SGBV is real. These cases, it is not stories, they are there. It is happening. And I have come to realize that some of the cases, they go unmentioned. And there is a lot of hypocrisy in this, because tumefunzwa kunyamaza. Many girls wamereiziwa wakiambiwa mwanamke ni kunyamaza. Mwanamke ni kunyamaza. So you're beaten, you are sexually harassed, you are emotionally harassed. But because ulifunzwa mwanamke ni kunyamaza, you end up keeping quiet. So I want to say that let us not keep quiet. What Sauti is doing, let us not keep quiet. There is always help. There is always somebody who is listening and would want to assist. So any time that you find such a case, or maybe you imagine, just speak it out. Look for help. Yes.
Are there any contact numbers that if someone has gone through an SGBV case that they can reach out to if they need to report?
Yes. At the moment, I think there is helpline in every police station has a GBV help desk.
Okay.
Yes. Then my number is open 24 hours. If you call my number even at night, I will pick up and I will always get ready to help.
Okay. Please repeat your number for anyone maybe who's meeting us at this point.
My number again is 0720 525 984.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And you're very right about being told to speak up, because a lot of the phrases you hear is women are to be seen, not heard. So you're not the first who's mentioned that there are so many cases that go unmentioned, so many girls who feel like they don't have, the space to speak up, or they don't even know whether they're being abused. They don't know what that looks like. So you're very right. There's a lot more awareness that could be done. And how do you think that this awareness can be done?
I think we need to invest more on awareness.
Okay.
You see, like the way the campaigns are done. Why is it that even the olden social kwa kijiji anajuanga ni raisi mgani tunaenda kuchagua?
Anajua tano tena.
Anajua. They know how comes they know about it. So I think there is no allocated budget for that. If there can be, I think this would be amazing, because wakati wa like campaigns, even the youngest children unasikianga wakisema Raila tena sijui nani, and they will know all the participants.
Yeah.
Why can't we fight this with the same spirit we do the campaigns? We can do the campaigns about it. We can do campaigns in churches, in school, in community, in the marketplace, everywhere until it is known.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's someone who has not had the privilege that you have had to be in this program, and they're in the space that you're in, how can you encourage them?
I will say that thank you to everyone who is holding someone's hand. Thank you so much. And I would want to tell them that they are doing an amazing work. Don't ever give up. You may not be heard. Maybe people are not there to congratulate you, or there is no one who is holding your hand. But I know God is seeing what you are doing, and there is a reward for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for someone who is going through maybe SGBV, and they just need to hear something from someone to get out of such a situation.
If there is somebody who is going through GBV, out there, and what I would want you to know is, number one, speak out. Speak it out. Don't keep quiet. Look for help. You don't have even to go to the shelter. You can look for a community reader, for a church reader. In the police station there is GBV help desk. Go report your case. Go for counseling, and you'll be okay.
Okay. We had a previous interview, and the lady mentioned how sometimes when they go report these cases, they don't have the most conducive of environments. You're put in a situation, and it's a very sensitive case you're going to present, but you're put in a very public setting, so you feel scared to, communicate your problems. Is that something you've seen?
I think it all depends. Naweza sema ni bahati mbaya, because where I am, the OCS Reduta State Right Madam Sala. That's a true hero for me, because the OCS Reduta State Right Madam Sala, every time that you mention about GBV, ataikimbisha like nobody's business. Yes. and he will work until every stone is turned.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes.
So she really stands by
Yes,
the cause.
she has been of a very great help for me and my survivors. Because every time that I report my case, I don't even have to follow up. The moment I know it is at Mandam Sala, OCS, Reduta Sit Rights Desk, it's done.
You're taken care of.
It will be taken care of. Yes.
Oh, so then it's very unfortunate for
It's so unfortunate.
other girls in other situations who cannot be able to speak up. And we learned that I forget the name, but it has the word response in it. So if this happens to you, what next steps do you take? For a survivor, you have been in the situation. What are the next steps they can take to make sure, one, the perpetrator is, caught, and to also take care of themselves?
You look for a safe space. As a survivor, you need to look for a safe space because you cannot be in the same space with perpetrator. It will be a repeated, or maybe something worse may happen. We have seen people being killed. Then you need to go through the counseling. The perpetrator need to be in the bus.
Okay.
Yes.
To be brought to the book.
Yeah.
And there's so many who do not go through the justice system because it's not very kind to...
Yes, it's
I don't think, in my opinion, and I'm open to correction, I don't think that we have reached the point where everyone is sensitive to the cases, and more often than not, they will side with the perpetrator.
Yes, many of the time that they will side with the perpetrator, but if the evidence is there, it will go. Okay. Yes. Because most of the time what happens is the survivors report when it's a bit late. Because you see, like in my case, I have realized many of the time that the girls that were brought in the center, they are already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months pregnant. Okay, where were you for 6 months that you did not report from the first day? You see, when now you report to me, I start working backward, tracing for the evidence. So the only evidence that you have is the pregnancy that you are carrying. Meaning, we have to wait until the baby is born, and we do a DNA, so that you can be able to say, ukweli ni yake. But you see, if you report under the same day, maybe they could have corrected the evidence then. So it will not take so long.
No wonder you're very adamant to the speak up. So the evidence can be caught from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for allowing me to interview you. I cannot wait to see the short and long-term goals of TrueCare, and I'm very sure we'll continue with this. There's a whole Uganda story you have not told us, and much, much more.
There's a lot,
but we'll cap it here, so you can go back and enjoy the session. So thank you so much for allowing me to have this conversation with you.
Thank you.
Do you have any closing remarks that you'd like to give?
The closing remarks is, I just want to say thank you so much for Sauti Kenya for this opportunity. I really don't take it for granted. For me, it may look like a training, but it is a vacation for me.
Your holiday.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes.